Hi, everyone. Welcome to Indulgence with Dr. T. Let me just make sure all my stuff is set up correctly. Okay, awesome. Um, I'm gonna move my camera a little bit. So I apologize if I give you guys a little bit of vertigo. I'm just gonna move the camera someplace better. I hope you guys are having a less stressful night than we are. Our 4-year-old he came home in rare form today. AJ, I'm gonna cover this so it's not as jarring to your senses. Um, yeah, AJ. First of all, AJ has a speech delay, so he can't communicate everything that he wants very well all the time, and so that can sometimes lead to some difficulties with understanding what exactly is it that he wants or needs. And so, with that being a baseline issue, additionally, tonight he's just been in a cranky mood. He has been a cranky pants altogether. Oh, there we go. All right, I think that's a little bit better. Awesome. So, yeah, he's having another meltdown right now. We've been trying to get him in bed for an hour, and he is just over an hour. He is just not having it. So, if you hear sounds of misery coming from a child, I assure you he is perfectly safe. My husband is trying to get him down for sleep right now, and we will see how that goes. But the reason why I'm here tonight, I wanted to show you guys all the wonderful stuff I got from Sephora tonight. I went ahead and picked up a bunch of the rare beauty products. And so let me show you what all I have. So this is a soft pinch blush in liquid something or other. I guess, I don't know. I can't read it. Is there an English side? Okay. Soft pinch dewy liquid blush in the shade Grateful. I've got the Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush in the shade Faith. I think I have one more blush in here somewhere. The Soft Pinch Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade Joy. Did I buy one more blush? I did. And the Soft Pinch Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade Lucky. I am what's known as a bright winter, and I don't have my fan in here with me so you can see what that means. But basically, I wear a lot of bright jewel tones. Those are the colors that best suit my skin tone based on my personal color analysis, done by Kate Linden, who's awesome. So yeah, so when I look for makeup, I try to find things that I think are gonna kind of go with the whole bright winter, color palette. Um, and so I tend to get things that are like jewel toned or bright with some kind of, a little bit of a spring influence, but not too much. I do dabble in True Spring because that was my second best season when I was doing my draping. So if I'm going to cheat, I cheat with True Spring. So anyways, the next that I have from Rare Beauty is With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balm in the shade Praise, I think. Yeah, Praise. I've also got the Brow Harmony pencil and gel in deep brown. And you guys know I'm not good with my eyebrows. They're just a tragedy. So we'll see how that goes. But don't look at that as an example of how it's actually the best possible application of it. I got the primer, always an optimist illuminating primer, as well as the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation in the shade 500N. Now, I don't know if this shade is going to work for me or not. As you know, Sephora has Sephora, like basically all of the stores, because of COVID-19, have a lot of restrictions on touching any of the products and things like that. So there's no way to swatch any of the colors. So what I did was I went on the Sephora app and I put in a few of my foundation shades in there, and then it matched me to a few different colors. This one is the one that I think was the most consistently matched to some of the other shades that I wear. In the description box of my other videos, you'll see my reference shades. So you can see if you are the same shade as me. See if this is a good reference for you. Actually, I just realized that my microphone's kind of far. I don't know if you can hear me very well. I'm going to try and move some things around without causing a catastrophe here. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. All right, what else we got? I bought the Lip Souffle Matte Lip Cream in the shade Heroic. And I'm not a huge fan of matte lipsticks in general. I generally find them very uncomfortable. I have a big texture issue with food and things on my lips for whatever reason. And so I only got one of the matte shades, and then I got one of the cream shades. This one is Ascend. Oh, I thought I had bought one more of those cream shades, but I guess not. Oh, if I like the if I do end up liking the formula, then I'll pick up a few more of the shades in either the dewy or the matte color. All right, and then totally unrelated, I bought a full size of the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas, which I absolutely love. I had the trial size, which you've been seeing me use in a bunch of my videos, and it's like on its last leg, and so, or last pump. So I finally decided to just go ahead and buy the full size one. So it was pricey, but I love it, and so that's what I got. All right, so where to begin? Well, obviously the primer and foundation and such. So let me try and organize this a little bit. Put all my lip products here to go on last. Put all the blushes together. Okay, so I got 4 of the blushes. The gel. Is this the primer? Oh, there's a couple things I think I missed mentioning. I got the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer in the 500N as well, and the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer in the shade Captivate. So this is like a liquid highlight. So awesome. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'll start with the primer. And here we have, you want to introduce yourself, love?
Hello, folks. For those of you who don't know me, I am Baldy Sweat.
Yes.
Baldy because I'm going bald, and sweaty because I'm just a sweaty guy. And so thank you all for tuning into my beautiful wife. Love her to death. I am going to go for a little therapeutic drive, but I shall return. And then we're going to put some lipstick on me because that's what my life, that's just what my life is right now.
Okay.
Just a guy wearing lipstick and finger no polish.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm a test dummy.
Yes.
Just a test dummy.
He's a good sport. That's what he is.
I try to be. I try. Also, for those of you wondering, I am House Slytherin.
I don't know what it is with me and Slytherin. I think every person I've ever dated has been a Slytherin. It's very, very disturbing. I myself and okay, go ahead and okay. There's no music, but all right.
Oh, this music in my head.
Oh, okay.
Wop, wop, wop.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
Nope. Okay, bye.
That's the song. Oh my gosh. He's a unique person. We'll just say that. All right. So far I don't dislike the primer. It's not anything super special that I would like say that you have to have this primer so far. It's fine. It's not too like oily feeling. It's pretty hydrating. At least it feels like a hydrating type of primer. It's reminiscent of the Hangover RX, but not quite as creamy, I guess I would say. It's like a little bit thinner than that. So far so good. It's not an offensive smell. It's a hint of a smell, but it's not terrible. All right. Put that aside. All right, so the foundation. Let's see, and the shade I got is 500N. Let's see if there's some special directions. Shake well. Oh, that's it. That was all the directions. Directions for use, shake well. That's it. And then it goes into another language, which I assume is French. Okay, well. Hopefully that means that it's intuitive. It doesn't say whether or not to use a brush versus a makeup sponge. So I will just use whatever I have at the ready. All right, so this is what the container looks like. Oh. And apparently something about maybe the way how it's designed might be good for people that have arthritic issues and things like that. So it is easy to open, so that's great. And I'm just going to swatch a little bitty bit on my chest to see if this is a color that I think is going to work anyways. It's not terrible. It's a little bit red, and this is supposed to be, I think, a neutral color. So it's a little bit red on me. Maybe if I blend it out some more, it won't be as bad, but I might end up going to switch it for the cooler shade. It's not bad blended out. Okay, so we'll see what it looks like on my face. And it comes with this little doe foot applicator, so that's neat. And I'm actually pretty glad that there wasn't a whole lot of eye products because I did not put on my contacts, so I can't really actually see what I'm doing. As you guys know, I am fairly blind without my contacts. All right, I think I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk foundation brush, which I just got from Walmart. No, not Walmart. What am I talking about? Target. And it's probably my favorite of my foundation brushes, at least my synthetic ones. Okay, so, I mean, it's not bad. I do think it's a little bit red, but it's not terrible. It's a decent color match, so that's good. I like that she does have a pretty wide shade range, which is fortunate. I don't really understand any company nowadays that is not coming out with a diverse shade range or has not expanded yet their shade range at this point in time. But that is neither here nor there for this video. All right, that is not bad. All right, so the concealer. I wasn't really sure about how, like, you know how with Fenty, the shades with the concealer are made to be just a little bit lighter than the foundation in the corresponding color so that you have like just the right balance there. I'm not entirely sure if that's how these were formulated as well. This is the concealer. If you can see that, I assume. And I got it also in the 500N, so I'm not sure if it's exactly the same color or it's a little bit lighter. It actually looks a little bit lighter just in the, oh yeah. Actually, this color might be better as my foundation shade, but we shall see. All right, this is where I'm not a big fan of like doing the huge triangle thing and all that. This is how much I normally use, and I put a little bit on top. And it's just to get rid really of the dark circles around my eyes. And this is my very beaten up Beauty Bakery makeup sponge, which I love. I know I have some other ones somewhere in the house. I just can't find them. But they're actually really inexpensive. So I just need to go ahead and just buy some more. They come in a 6-pack for, I want to say it's less than $20. And they're excellent sponges. They're very squishy. I like that. All right. So I like that a lot. I can't, now that it's on, I can't tell that it's, a whole lot different than the foundation shade. I put a little bit more on my nose. And that's probably it. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of, contour, reverse contour, and all this sort of business with concealers and such. Usually when I'm getting ready in the morning, it's a very rushed and hectic process. And so I just do whatever is the fastest that can get me looking decent and get me out of the house fairly close to on time. I am a chronically late individual. It is a character flaw that I am working on. I'm also putting a little bit of the concealer on my hyperpigmented areas, which are usually over here. When I used to pick up my face in medical school because of my anxiety that I didn't know was anxiety, I guess. All right. I like that. So now that I'm putting it on, before it dries down, it is still a little bit red in comparison to my actual skin tone. But I think what happened with both the concealer and the foundation is once they dried down, they became a little bit less red. I'll be interested to try this tomorrow when I'll be able to see what it looks like in natural light. Right now I just have these, studio type lights in here. I couldn't tell you any information about them. They're my husband's, and I don't know anything technical about the lights. So yeah, so far so good. I don't know if you can see, but I like the finish. It's like, at least to me, it's like a natural, like a dewy type finish. So that's cool. This is the liquid Positive Light Liquid Luminizer in the shade Captivate, and it says it's a silky second skin liquid highlighter that creates a lasting lit from within glow. And are there any directions? There are no directions, so hopefully this means that it is intuitive. Even opening it is not intuitive for me, but okay. Can we just go with the bottom? I'm just gonna go through the bottom because the little sticker is giving me problems. These things are, Tanya proof. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip it. I'm just gonna rip it open. All right. Hopefully I don't want to return this. All right. Cool. And My hands are now covered in the foundation, so I've got getting foundation everywhere. All right. I really do like the foundation so far. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite foundation ever, but it's definitely nice. It's a nice finish. And I want to say almost everything in the collection is 20 some odd dollars. So it's not badly priced. Ooh, this is really pretty. So this is the shade Captivate. This is what it looks like. It's kind of a copper, a pinky copper color. And so, let me swatch that for you. Oh boy, okay. So I'm glad I put this on my hand first because that was a lot. It also has a doe foot type of applicator. And that's what the color looks like. Just swatched on my skin. And okay, so I am concerned that if I try to put this on with the doe foot applicator, I'm just going to put on way too much. So I'm going to get another Sonia Kashuk sponge and just kind of dab some on there and then put it in my highlight area that way. And even that seems like it's a little much, but I think a little bit more controlled than if I had went in with the applicator itself. I do like that. I may have been overzealous here with that amount. We'll see. I'm putting in my sort of highlighty area. Oh, I really like this color though. It's unlike any of the other highlighters I have, which tend to be either more silvery or more gold. I do have another copper colored highlighter, which is what, Fenty? I would say this is probably the closest color that I have to this, which is not really the same. So this is Cognac Candy and from Fenty. I'll try to swatch that next to it for you. Oh, okay, so the Diamond Bomb is like a completely different product altogether, so they look totally different, but that's what those two look like side by side. So I might even put a little bit of the Cognac Candy over this on a normal day, just to give it a little bit more pop or sparkliness or what have yous. Okay. I like that. And after saying that I thought I put on too much initially, I'm just going to put just a little bit more, just a little bit, you know. So I want to see what it looks like. I build it up a little bit. Don't be too much. Oh, of course it is too much. All right. Okay. There we go. I don't know how fast I have to work to get this to blend out, so let me not dilly-dally on one side. All right. I mean, I think I liked it with just the one layer. I don't dislike it with the 2 layers. I think I need to just perfect how to put it on, but the color itself I really like. All right. Maybe I should watch one of, what's the girl name? Selena Gomez's videos with some directions about how to put it on. Ooh, that's pretty. This is how I blended it out on my hand just to see what it will look like there. And that is really pretty. Wonder. Oh, I mean, that's pretty good too. If you just put it on with your finger. I don't know if that's the intent of how you put it on, but That's not terrible. All right. I'm not going to spend too much time focused on next. I'm just going to wash this off and go to bed as soon as we're done with this. So I'm not going to bother about it too much, but I really love this color. So I can show you again, close up what it looks like. All right, great. All right, so next I'm going to use the eyebrow stuff. And oh, you know what? I haven't done my little disclaimer. These are not tutorials. Let me just, reiterate that. The purpose of my videos is just so that you can see what different luxury brand products look like on my skin tone in case you have a similar skin tone to me. I am not teaching you how to do your makeup. I don't know what I'm doing. I just do whatever works for me to get my makeup on in a reasonably short amount of time and get me out the door so I can get to work. I am not teaching you how to do makeup. There are lots and hundreds, probably, maybe thousands of makeup tutorial type pages here on YouTube. If you really want to learn how to do your makeup, people like, of course, Jackie Aina, Andrea Renee, Kinky Sweat, all wonderful women who can teach you how to put on your makeup, who are women of color, Michelle Wong. So I would suggest going to their channels and checking them out. I believe I have them linked somewhere in my liked pages or something here on my YouTube page. But yeah, come here just to see what things look like on my skin tone. Just because there aren't a lot of women who are in the luxury brand beauty space that swatch a lot of things. And so while I enjoy watching all these channels to see how to apply things or how they perform on other skin tones, I don't really have a good sense of how things look on my skin tone. And that's why I started this channel, because things that I was going to buy anyway, I figured you might as well benefit from seeing and this helping to determine if you wanted to buy it if you are anywhere close to my skin tone. All right, so that being out of the way. So this is their eyebrow product. Oh dear. Let's see what's going on here. Oh boy. Okay. So first of all, this color is the dark brown. I probably should have gotten the black, but I wanted to see what is that what it was called? Is it dark brown? Deep brown, sorry. Okay, that's not bad. So this is the sort of creamy brush side. Oh. And then there is a stick side. Oh boy. Oh, which is a really nice color. I really like the stick side. Now, what I usually do for my eyebrows is use something by either Benefit or Le Beauty Fatale, like this doohickey. This is the Le Beauty Fatale one, and this one I've used it so much you can't even see what it says on it, but it's like the Benefit Brow. Maybe it's Gimme Brow or Kabam. I don't forget. Something like that. Some brow thing. Like this. And I just put it on there. And that's basically it. Kind of like mascara for my brows because my brows are really curly. They're kind of sparse in some areas. And so I just find eyebrows really difficult. Or maybe not even difficult so much as time consuming. And so I just don't have the time or the patience to spend 20 minutes doing just my eyebrows alone. So I'm going to try doing just this side, which is most similar to what I normally do, and then maybe do a little bit of filling in with the opposite side. And again, I don't know the instructions on how to use. Were there instructions? Let me see whether there are instructions on here. No, no directions. So yeah, I'm just gonna wing it. I have not watched tutorials on how to use any of this stuff. I did watch one review of another woman of color, and I'm forgetting her name at the moment. I forget her name. I'll put it somewhere. All right, so that's not bad. that's about what I would normally do. And basically all I'm doing is, because my eyebrows are curly, is I just use one of these products to basically just straighten them out. And lay them down. That's all I'm doing, and kind of filling in some of the sparse areas. And so it just makes it apparent that I have eyebrows, and that's pretty much it. It's not to do any fancy shaping or anything. All right, and I will use this stick side. This part I don't normally even do, but just for the sake of the video, just to see like what it looks like when I add it to the brows. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. All right, I don't know how to do the tail part, so I'm just gonna put a line there. That's fine. But it looks nice in the whatever, the not tail, the body, I guess, of the eyebrows. It's a really creamy formula, so I really like that. One of the challenges I find with a lot of the products that are like this, the stick sort of application filler eyebrow thingies, is that they require too much effort to actually get onto the eyebrows. Like, so I like how creamy this one is. So this is actually, I think, a really good brow product. So I might actually get another color. I might get the black, or I think they came in also soft black and like a deep black or something like that. So I might get those colors as well and see how I like those. But I'm keeping this one, so that's good. I am pleased. Maybe I might actually try doing my brows again. It's not likely, but I might. Now that I have that. Okay. So I think I'm done with most of the face products. So I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see what I've done so far. Right. I really like this highlighter. Oh, you know what? I haven't done the blushes. How dare I? This was like the most exciting part of this whole thing. So I wanted to try these blushes. So I'm gonna get a little bit of oil here so I can get some of this, these other things that I've swatched off of my hands. I just use a little bit of grapeseed oil to wipe stuff off with the washcloth. I feel like it helps get things off pretty easy without having to use too much vigorousness, if that's a word. Vigorosity? Vigor? It's probably just vigor, isn't it? It's probably just vigor. Too much vigor to get things off. There you go. Very good. And I typically double cleanse, and so that's kind of why I started doing that. Meaning I usually use like an oil-based cleanser to get my makeup off before I use my water-based cleanser. All right. So I want to start with the matte one. So the matte one, again, I got in the shade Faith. Let me see if I can get any of these stickers off without causing too much catastrophe. Okay, and I've ripped the box. That's okay. I'm just gonna keep on going, you know. All right, so this is what Faith looks like in the bottle. And it's kind of a plum color. That's really pretty. Again, another one that's in like a doe foot applicator type of thing. And that's how it blended out. So that's kind of pretty. It is a more autumn maybe color than I normally would wear. But it's not an unattractive color that I think I will end up liking. So there's that. This one is Grateful, which is one of the, these last three that I got are the dewy colored ones, dewy formulated ones. Did I tell you the shade is Grateful? Which is like I think they said it's a true red or bright red, something like that. Checking to see if there are directions, and there are not, as far as I can tell. It does say that it is a long-lasting liquid blush that blends and builds beautifully for a soft, healthy flush. This is a nice color. Oh. Okay. So this is really pretty. That's what it looks like just on the skin, and then I'm gonna just blend it out here. So this is like, to me, a perfect like bright winter kind or true spring kind of color. It's hard to get a good sense of the color on here, but in person it's like bright with a little bit of warmth to it, almost got a jewel tone to it. So I'm very much liking that one. It reminds me of Daiquiri Dip or something like that. That's this color from the Fenty Cream. Try to clean that off a little bit so you can actually see what the color is. Because I just put my foundation all up in this thing. Okay. Yeah, so this is, excusing the dirtiness of it, this is what that Daiquiri Dip color looks like. And so I'll just put a little bit of that right next to it. And so Daiquiri Dip is a similar color, but more, I would say a little bit more orange in comparison. So this one is more of a true red, whereas this one is warmer, a little bit more orange or something. Okay. All right, so the next color is Lucky. All right, yeah, which is another one of the dewy finish. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of matte finishes in general, and so that's why I bought more of the dewy finish things than the matte finish. But I did want to try that color in the matte finish. All right, so this one is the bright pink color, which also looked like it would be an awesome bright winter color. So I'll put that one over here. I'm just gonna clean off my fingers to make sure I'm not contaminating the colors too much by mixing them with one another. Okay, awesome. So my fingers are now more clean. So that's what that color looks like, just going on directly with the doe foot applicator. And then as it blends out, ooh, that is pretty. So it is super bright. I would suggest using a light hand with this if you're not someone that is, used to a bold cheek. Let me see. I'm actually gonna. Okay. So if you not just put a whole dab of it and then try to blend it out, but just kind of tap it, that makes a nice. Can you even see that? No, you can't. Let me get the most awkward angle here for you. So it creates a nice little like flush of color when you just dab a small amount of it. So, and these bottles are actually smaller to me than they look. Like this is like the size of, almost like the size of a lipstick. For some reason, I thought that they would be larger, like maybe the size of the highlighter, just based on how they looked online. But anyways, now that I'm using it, I see why it doesn't have to be a whole lot, because a little bit goes a long way with these. So this one is in the color Joy. It's my bedtime reminder. Thank you. I'm not going to bed now, but I do appreciate the reminder. So Joy, I think they said, was also red. One of them was the true red, and the other one was a more peachy red. I think Grateful was supposed to be the more peachy red. Am I lying? Nope, I'm totally lying. This color looks a straight peach. I don't know. Not really a peachy red. It's just peach. All right, so we will see how this color looks. And that's the other thing. The colors on the display, like the promotional stuff on the display, look totally different than how the colors looked like in the Sephora app or on the Rare Beauty like website and stuff. And so I was confused about what things actually were supposed to look like. And again, like you can't swatch anything. There's no demo stuff on the display or anything. And so one of the Sephoras in town you can go to, and the sales associates can swatch things for you on themselves. Then you're not allowed to swatch things yourself, but they will swatch it on themselves for you so you can see what things look like. So that's kind of helpful. And so that's what this one is, what that color looks like. So this is, to me, it's more like a bubblegum almost color. Like a hint of a warm type of bubblegum. So probably not a color I would use very often. But is this the one that it reminds me of? I think it reminds me of Strawberry Dip. And again, it's kind of a little bit dirty from all of my cross-contamination with my foundation in this. All right, so a little bit of that. Actually, that color reminds me more of whatever this one was, Lucky. So I'll put it next to Lucky so you can see what that one looks like. Well, shoot, now that I put it over here. So that is what Lucky looks like. I don't know if y'all can see that. I had to figure out where on my hand is the best way to swatch things that's actually easy to see. Let me just put it over here. So it's just more of a bubblegummy pink type of color. All right, so that is that. All right, so which one do I actually want to use? I think on one side, I'm going to use my two favorite ones. I'm going to use these two. So, or maybe I should do one side of the matte color so you guys can see what that one looks like when it dries down. So I'll do those two. I'll save my red for tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to do the matte color, which was Faith. And I'm just going to put some back where I had some on my hand to begin with. And I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to spread out a little bit, and then use it on my cheek. Okay, that's not terrible. So the only thing, well, first of all, I should have put, I'm confused about if I should have put the highlight on after this or not. Probably. Yeah. But in any case, I don't know, it's kind of close. Is it close to my skin tone? It's kind of close to my skin tone, so it's not really showing up like a blush. I don't know how I feel about this one. And then it dries down matte. Did I get something on my shirt? Lord, I don't even know what that is. Oh, well, I think I'm rubbing foundation on it. Great. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. And then this one. I feel this one is weird probably because the the finish of the foundation to me was dewy, and then I put something matte on top of it, which seems odd to me. So it just looks weird. I got a dry patch on my skin. All right, so same thing with the bright pink color, which was, what color are you? Lucky. This is the color I like the most, I think. So yeah, this is the type of color I like as a blush, bright pink. I also like bright reds, so this color is exactly what I would buy again and again and again. And see, with this side, even though I did put down the highlighter first, it doesn't look strange to me, even though I probably should have put the highlighter on second. But it doesn't look strange to me because they're the same finish. Like almost like the well dewy, and then that shininess from the highlighter doesn't like blend weird with the blush. So I like that a lot. And this color actually also reminds me of my Sigma. So I have this powder brush from Sigma. It's called Sigma Pink Aura Powder. Actually, I think it's the Sigma Aura Powder, and the color is Sigma Pink. And I don't know that it's actually still available anymore, but that's what the color looks like in the pan. Actually, about here is what the true color actually looks like. It's like a super bright pink. And so, and that's what it looks like just on my finger. And then, oh yeah, those are almost, I would say those are nearly identical. So it's like a powder version. Doggone it. Again, I put it in the most awkward place that you can't even see what I'm doing. Let me put it somewhere else that's easier to see. Even though it's not right next to the color. Just so you can see what it looks like. So that's what that blush looks like. And you can kind of compare it to that, although it's not dried down yet. Hopefully you can see that those are pretty close to each other when they're kind of, when the liquid one is kind of sheared out a little bit. So yeah, so these are very similar. Awesome. Which is great because I love this color and I don't think that Sigma makes it anymore. And so I just have the one pan, so I can substitute this for it going forward. Excellent. All right, so we're down to just the lip products left. And actually, I need to see if these can be used as lip colors, because that probably is a thing.